I'm not usually in front of the camera for reasons that I might go into in a future video, but I thought I would do my first unboxing of a very unusual product. This is a Western Electric speakerphone from the 1970s or 80s. I'm not sure which. We'll find out when we get in there. It's a 4A speakerphone. It's what the collectors tend to call NOS, or new old stock, meaning that it's still in its original box. It's never been used, at least we don't think it has been, and we'll see what we get here. First, let's start with the speakerphone itself. Let's see, we have an instruction sheet, and I'll probably scan that and put it in the video somehow. The date is June 3rd, 2017 right now. I bought this at a antique telephone show in Kansas about 3 weeks ago. So we got a piece of foam here at the top, another piece of foam, instructions for how to hook it up to a 2500 SM telephone, which is what we have in here. This has been cut out of something and put in by someone who is apparently selling the device. .680A transmitter. I don't know if this is the original. Yes, it is. It's still sealed. So this is the way it would come from Western Electric. This is a Ziploc bag, which says it was probably fairly late. All right, date. This is a 680 AE, manufactured in 1980 on the 254th day. I'll have to look up that day and see what that is. So that would have been probably October or November. Transmitter. Here's the power supply. It's an 85 B1 power supply, 18 volts, 3.6 VA, input 105 to 129 volts, 0.13 amps, 60 cycles. And then the speaker, which is a 108 and this appears to be in its original bag. The dates on these are on the inside. So let me pause for a moment, open this up, and get a screwdriver so that I can take the cover off, or try to take the cover off. Sometimes they're difficult to remove. Since this one is new, it should come off a little easier. We have the bag is stuck slightly to the bottom. The cork, so this is one of the originals. The cork has slid a little bit, which says that this was probably stored in a warm area with the box in such a position that the cork strips have slowly slid down just a little bit. Okay, we'll take the cover off of that shortly. Now, as part of the purchase, I also got 2500 SM telephone. required a special phone for these speakers because they had to have extra conductors in both the dial and the switch hook. Reason for that is if you were dialing with the handset in the cradle, the dial tone, or not the dial tone, the dial digits would come out of the speaker really, really loud, so you had to have a circuit in there to quiet that down some. Okay, we have a beige handset cord. This is the long version, which I think would be an H4DU60. I believe that's like 12 feet if you stretched it all the way out. It doesn't say on here. Also got this is a standard cord, the silver 4DW14F, so it's a 14-foot long satin cord to plug the phone into the wall. And then the phone itself, yeah, this is definitely in pristine condition. 2500 SM. This was manufactured in 1984, so it was just after the bell system was broken up on the 94th day, which would probably in March. Beautiful set. This is interesting. This is where the speakerphone, this is actually probably an old, no, it's not an old cover case. It doesn't have bell system or Western Electric stamped on it. So that's probably where the cord will come out to go to the speakerphone. Along with the package, I also got, this is a 223 adapter set, power cord, and the appropriate adapters to plug the speakerphone in, and then the cable which will go to the phone itself. And on the bottom, we have the instructions for use of the phone. This is actually a double page, 3 pages. Dear customer, new Federal Communications Commission rules require that you be notified of the following. The standard stuff. All right, let me pause for a moment while I go get a screwdriver. Okay, we're back. Cover is only held on by 2 screws. That's to the speaker. This one's tight. It's coming open. Let me see if I can find a date on here. There is no date. The case was manufactured 1983, and it's the pointer is pointing to 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got 5 points, and it's pointing to the middle one, so it's probably manufactured right around the middle of 1983. Now, there is no date stamp on here, which is rather unusual. It also indicates that it was probably manufactured after the bell system breakup, because that's when they quit bothering to put dates on the stuff. Before the breakup, everything that was manufactured or owned by the Bell system had a date on it, usually a month and a year. After about 1977, somewhere in that general area, they quit putting the year of the month and they started putting the year and then the day that it was manufactured to get a little bit more accurate reading on how old it was. Put these back in. This is definitely a brand new unit, new old stock. It has definitely never been used. So I will probably make another video where I'm actually hooking it up. See how well this video turns out. For a speakerphone and a 2500 SM telephone set. Oh, the 2500 is a standard 12-button touch-tone Bell system set. The S would indicate that this was designed for a speakerphone, but the S doesn't necessarily indicate speaker, it's just simply a model number. And the M indicates that it's modular. So it's got modular cords instead of having the hardwired cords. However, in this case, because we're going to end up hooking it up to a speakerphone, there's about a 15 conductor cable here that has to be hardwired into the set. There we have it. I'm playing and trying something different.